Hi, welcome to Yard GrowingSA, and today's video is a midwinter garden tour. Let's get to it. Okay, so first up is going to be the non-edible trees over here. This is a yakma, and we have a speck boom over here. They call this a cabbage tree, and I'm not so sure what is the name of this one over here, but yeah, that's the trees. I'm not sure if you saw my last garden tour, but the cat was in here scratching all the stuff out. So this was where my carrots supposed to be. So there is still a bit carrots there. The peas is here. So for August, then I'm going to be planting new carrots in here. And then next to this, got the red onions growing all up in here. And I got some dhania plants randomly growing here. So I think I'm going to actually plant some more dhania in here so we can grow with us. And we just take this weed out. Next to that, we got the purple fennel. So here's one, and the two on this side, the hole in the middle. So fennel and dill can grow together very well. So it's fine to grow them there. And I think this is just a weed. I'm just going to take this out. Yeah, so this is just grass. More weeds in here. And then yeah, here's the dill growing as well. Then next to that we got some more red onions growing here. And I had to take all that soil out there because a cat did some dirty business in here as well. So yeah, whatever was growing there I just threw away, and this side is still fine. And then we have one leek growing in here as well. And over here is a begonia flower plant. It's coming out nicely along. And then next to that got the Swiss chard growing in here. And we got a succulent, and this is radishes in here. And there's nothing yet in this one, and that one is still the peach tree. So hopefully in spring the peach come back. Then down here is nothing there, and in the other three here is a pea plant, and this is wild garlic. And the other wild garlic is growing all here with another succulent growing with him. And down here is another Hawaiian marigold growing, and in here I planted turnips. There's a turnip growing there. And then there's another flower here. I forgot the name of that flower. And over here is another lemon tree that my friend gave me, so I'll just need to water this one and then let it come back to life. And down here is again the Hawaiian marigolds. Then next to that is another plant which I forgot the name again. So if you do know the names of the stuff I forget, can you please just comment down below, because I'm not so good with names of plants, but with vegetables I know much better than the plants. Then over here is all my chili trees growing. Behind us is the Carolina Reaper, and then this is a California bell pepper growing. And inside the Carolina Reapers there is the pink celery over there is one, and there is another 2 or 3 in here as well. There's another one, then that one over there, just there. Then in front of the chilies we got another 2 cauliflowers growing here. I just need to water them, but they're coming out nicely along and quite big. They each in their own grow bags. And then behind that we have some more Swiss chard growing over here, another succulent, and this is the pomegranate tree, which leaves died all down because of winter, and then in spring they should start coming back. Then next to the pomegranate tree we got the rosemary bush growing here, and it's coming nicely along. So I'm gonna trim it again down, I'm gonna prune it. I wanna make it almost like a lollipop shape, but I know that is unnecessary to do, but sometimes in the garden you do unnecessary stuff to make everything look nice. And then down in the rosemary, the garlics are growing in here. So there's 2 at the back there, 1 here, 2 growing next to each other over here, and 2 here. So next to that we have the white icicles growing, radish, and there's a Tanya plant growing over there, and this is the lemon tree. So I'm not sure, the lemon tree is just continuously growing, no leaves fell yet off. And I see over here the new leaves is coming in again, and that look like a flower there what's want to form, so I'm gonna have to pull that off. By next year April, then they can start growing their flowers. Then the tree is about 2.5 years old. Then over here is the apple mint growing, and it just took over, as you can see. It's more, if I let this go now in another thing, then they will just take over that bucket. So yeah, so if you grow in mint, try to grow it in a crate or in a Tupperware or something, but on its own. Don't put it in ground because they will take years probably to get out once they start establishing roots and stuff. Yeah. And if you saw in the previous video, in the harvesting video, I harvest this chilies over here, and now look there, all the new plants is coming now out, all the new vegetables want to come out, all the new chilies is busy growing now. Yeah, so if you have your chilies and they're red, start pulling them out now already, so that the next ones can start coming. That's if your plants didn't die down. As you can see in this one also, all the flowers is forming, because I take all the ones that could come off, I took it off, and now all of the new plants is gonna come out now with their flowers growing, and then the fruits will grow all. Then also in here we got some beetroot growing everywhere. And in front over here we got the peas. So I'm gonna leave this ones to grow because they're fine now. So I'm gonna leave this ones now because they're fine. And they're already forming the peas. So I'm just gonna let it do what it wanna do. But the smaller ones, obviously, like if this ones grow now flowers, obviously I'm gonna take the flowers off. But the rest I'm just gonna leave. And what? I'm just gonna leave this one and see if it's gonna grow on the chili tree as well. And then I have more here what need to be transplanted, because yeah, obviously it's not gonna do well in that small space. Then over here in this one we got 3 cabbages. Like the leaves were so nice and then it died down, but I see it's coming back now nicely, so I'm just gonna leave them, water them, feed them, and then the results should be much better at the end of the day. Then I got this here, what is the name of this? I keep forgetting the name. But yeah, there's the name. So yeah, I'm gonna let this grow up to 2 meters, they say. So obviously this bucket is too small, so by next week or so I'm gonna transplant it over into a bigger bucket so that it can reach its full potential, and then I can start harvesting over it as well. And then next to that we got some more thyme growing over here. And next to the thyme we have the big leaf mint, what also needs transplanting, but I'm thinking I might plant it with this one. I'll just use the bottom crate, fill it up, and then yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll use the other crate, and then this one can start showing off like that one is showing off, because I got them the same time. And then over here we got the sage, and we saw in the previous video in the harvesting one, the other sage what was here, it's laying here down now, still decomposing. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. And then this is a silver mint, and it smells very nice. That's also, like most of those ones in the smaller buckets, I'm gonna have to transplant over into bigger buckets, obviously, so it can grow better. So yeah, I'm just waiting for winter to get done, then all of the stuff is gonna go over to new ones, except the thyme. And then we have more thyme over here, but those ones I'm gonna leave in here because the bucket is big and they're still small, so they can still grow more on. And then over here is the oregano. They I'm gonna leave in here for the time being. When I get a bigger bucket, I'm gonna put them both together in one, so I might get more of this and then I'll transplant them into that stuff. Yeah. And then over here more cabbages. Those cabbages all grew together, but obviously the size of the bucket is hindering it from growing any bigger, so this also needs transplanting. And then this one also needs transplanting because it's growing over here with parsley. but the caterpillar has destroyed. As you can see, there is no leaves on any of this stuff. You can see the caterpillar did destroy most of this, but now the cabbage is growing with it, so it doesn't have too much space for the roots because of the parsley the parsley that is growing in here, because the parsley is wanted to set seed soon, but the leaves of the caterpillar. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it and just see. Hopefully it grows into pods and give me some seeds. And then next to that is also fennel. The fennel could also be the reason why the cabbage is doing like that, because fennel you do want to grow alone or with dill. Then over here we got sweet rocket growing, and behind the sweet rocket was peas over here, but it looked like something got to the peas because the leaves are off, so it's probably that same caterpillar or different caterpillar. One of them did get to it, but it's fine. I just need to plant in more peas in here then. So it's either the caterpillars or it's the slugs what was eating the pea plants, because the leaves is very soft and easier to digest and eat up, so it's probably the slugs. So I have to come out at night and check again. And also in here is tomato plant growing. It's getting quite big, so hopefully in spring inshallah we'll have some tomatoes, because there's a flower. So only time will tell. Then next to that, this is all broccoli growing in here. It's about like 6 or 7 broccoli trees plants in here. There smaller ones. And then over here is the Brussels sprout. What's head formed into 2. So here's the one, and there's the other one, and just one plant. Let me just check the stalk for you guys. You can see there's the stalk starting to form some vegetables on there, but it doesn't look like it's the best sizes. It doesn't look like it's the size of an ant. But anyways, let's go on to the next. We got the celery growing here in front, which if you want to harvest, you just pull the sides off, leave the middle, and they will constantly come, unless you want to use the whole batch, grow them much bigger and pull the whole thing out. So here's the parsley I harvested last weekend, so they're growing nicely in again. And then some more celery here, but also needs transplanting, because just check here, how the roots are looking. So yeah, a lot of these things need to be transplanted, so I'll do that in the next few weeks before spring, and then they will bloom nicely after that. Then in here we have 2 carrots growing. It's a wheat, yeah, so the carrots is growing up in here with the granatella. So I'd like to say thank you for watching, and I say I appreciate every single one of you that come back every single time I upload the video, and I appreciate everyone that comment on the video, because it does help the video spread out so more people can see it. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and comment down below if you want what you want to see next. I do reply to all the comments that I can, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you would like to help the channel out, you can share the video, you can donate by super thanks or becoming a member. So thank you for watching. Backyard out.